Alright, so this is my last video of the year of 2017, and I just finished a job. I showed this accordion. I put D Hohner reeds in it, HA114 Hohner reeds, and they have a good sound. And this thing used to have them in C, but I like the key of D better than C personally. But for the tuning, to explain this, the way I tuned it, it's the low, high, and mid. Alright, so these three are tuned exactly the same. This one's a little bit off. I've talked about this before. It's a wet tuning, and there really is no design. It's just I've used my ears. And the trick to giving a slight wet tuning is to make sure that it doesn't have to be evenly tuned a certain amount of cents off. I think that just to be able to play the chords and make them sound tolerable and have just a slight wet tuning, it doesn't matter how far you tune this off for each one. Up top, you're going to be tuning less. Up, down, lower, you're going to be tuning a little more. And that's the way that goes. But anyway, here's the sound of the two mids playing together. And I'm just going for chords. There's really no design. So like the higher register on this key accordion, I make a little faster in the beats, the wavering sound. You can hear that, yeah. You can hear that. But down here, I make the wavering a little lower. In fact, that some of these down here are up here, down in the scale. They sound good, not too wet, because they sound kind of crunchy with the chords and nasty. But the chords for this, and it takes days and days to do this. You got to play the accordion, sleep with the damn thing, play it, and decide. Alright, which note would sound better? A little wetter or drier? And wetter or drier. This is wet tuning. And they call it that because harmonicas used to be thrown in water. I think that was the story behind it. And that would make it go out of tune. And I'm sure accordions, they weren't throwing the accordions in the water. Maybe the reeds, if they're stupid, but either way, this is how, for this particular brand accordion, I love the sound of this wet tuning on it. It's lit slightly in these reeds. For Hohner reeds, I mean, personally, I think they deserve a little wet tuning. And altogether, it's got a sound that I think is, for my ear, sounds good. Now you see the chords, they sound a little more dry tuned, but not dry tuned, just a little wet tuned, even with all those reeds tuned the same, and one that has random notes off a little bit. It sounds pretty freaking good to me. This is a good sound accordion. And I think this is just, you don't have to listen to talk. You can turn this thing off if you want. But I'm going to get some bellows frame tape, some black bellows frame tape, and put it on this, and get some gold or red stops, and just so it looks like the first accordion I ever saw in my entire life, which was the black accordion, or the red accordion with the black tape on Southern Comfort. And I saw that when I was 9, and forgot about it till I started playing Irish music at the age of 21 or 18, 17, I don't know, I can't remember. But then I thought, well, yeah, I got to give these kind of accordions a try. So I never looked back. I just love the sound of them. They sound so powerful. And I think that, yeah, I'm going to get black frame tape and red stops, maybe even flat stops if Elton has any left. Those old style ones. Anyway, Happy New Year.